Hello there, and welcome to Madame Minerva's fortune-telling chateau. Please come in and have a seat. Yes, allow yourself to relax, kind of get into the vibe here. I am Madame Minerva, and as we spoke on the phone, I know that you are interested in a tarot reading today. I am well versed in many fortune-telling tools and techniques. There are so many different methods of fortune-telling available. My personal favorites are the crystal balls and the tea leaves, and of course tarot cards, which you indicated on the phone is what you're interested in today. Is that right? Well, I'm going to be using a very special deck of cards today. These are the Magic the Gathering cards, and they really add a little bit of magic to the tarot reading process. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards here a little bit, and then I will have you shuffle the cards as well, because being your tarot reading, we of course want to give you the opportunity to shuffle the cards in whatever way feels best to you. Yes. So just shuffle these up a little bit. Now, I believe that I've shuffled the cards enough. I'm going to give you the opportunity to shuffle the cards in a moment, and while you're shuffling these cards, I want you to really think about the answers that you're seeking during this session. Depending on what you're interested in knowing, I'll do specific spreads for your specific interest of information. We do many different kinds of spreads. Some people are interested in learning about love, what's going to happen in their love life. Some people are more interested in what's going on in their financial life and maybe when it will improve. It's a very common worry. People who are self-employed often are interested in learning about what they can do to better their businesses, and people with, shall we say, normal jobs are interested in, when they might receive a promotion, or if they should stay at a current job or take a new job opportunity that has come before them. So there are so many different reasons to do tarot cards, and then of course there are just the general guidance readings, which you may not have anything in specific that you're interested in. You just may want me to do a spread that lets you know what might happen in your life in the next several months, or what you might want to watch out for, things like that. So, do you know what it is that you would like to accomplish during this reading? You are just looking for some general guidance? Okay, yes, that's a very common reading. So why don't I just give you the cards, and then you can just take them there, and just give them a few shuffles. You can cut them or shuffle them, or whatever you feel is right. It's very important to go with your feelings on this. It's the best way to get an accurate reading. So that's right, just keep shuffling the cards there until you feel that they're done. You'll just kind of get a little sensation, kind of a knowing that, okay, they've been shuffled enough. So why don't you just shuffle that, and while you're shuffling, just like that, make sure that you really think about what you're interested in learning. You indicated just general guidance, so just think about that while you're shuffling the cards, that you're interested in just receiving some general guidance. And again, when you get the feeling that the cards have been shuffled enough, I'll take them back and begin your reading, okay? Okay. You feel like they've been shuffled enough? Alright, well, I'll just take those back then. I'm going to spread the cards out in a reading here. I'm just going to pull them right off of what you've given me, so I'm going to lay out the cards very carefully. And I do use reverse cards in my readings, so some of them may be upside down, which is kind of a fun way to make the reading a little more interesting, because reverse cards, of course, have a reverse meaning of the cards. So I'm just going to lay these out in a few different groups here. This is one of my own personal readings that I generally do for people who are interested in a general guidance reading. So just going to lay them out here just like this. Alright, so I have a 10 card spread here, and now I'm going to show you what I see in your upcoming life, okay? So the first thing I see is the Pyromancer, the bold Pyromancer card, and this is a representation of you. So in the past, it seems that you've had something of an impulsive personality and may have been prone to fiery outbursts, maybe a little problem controlling your anger, and this has likely resulted in some unfavorable outcomes in your life, perhaps creating problems at work. Maybe you didn't receive certain promotions due to outbursts, or perhaps even lost a job. I'm sure that this has been an issue in relationships as well. Fiery outbursts, as opposed to respectful discussions, tend to make relationships kind of difficult. Am I on the right track here? That has been an issue for you, yes. But the Gift of Growth card implies that you are growing, you have done the work on yourself, and you have been trying to temper that fire inside of you. You don't want to lose your fiery spirit, of course, but it is always good to temper some of those fiery outbursts, and this card represents that you have been doing that, and you've really been focusing more on thinking before reacting, so that your reactions are a little less fiery, which has been making your life a little better, so you're on a good track. Now, moving into the future, the near future, the Mountain and Forest cards signify that you're going to be doing some traveling, or rather, you're going to be going on a journey. And this journey could be either an actual physical journey, where you're doing some actual physical traveling, or it could also just be a journey in your life. You know, you're turning a new page, maybe starting a new job or a new relationship, a new house, something like that, which would be a new journey in your life. So if you're actually planning on traveling, this is referring to that, but if you don't have any travel plans, or if you don't end up traveling, then this is just referring to a journey that you're going to be taking soon in your life, a journey toward a new destination. You are going to be doing some actual traveling soon for work. Okay, then yes, this does apply to that. And on this journey, there are going to be some exciting things happening for you. However, Chandra's outburst goes back to your fiery nature. One of your obstacles on this journey is going to be controlling that temper, even though you have, as the Gift of Growth card implies, been working on yourself. Those fiery tendencies are still in there. You haven't extinguished that flame yet, so you're going to want to be careful on this journey, because there are going to be some times when you're going to be tempted to burst into flames, so to speak. You're going to be tempted to have outbursts. There could be something that angers you on the road, or you said you're traveling for work, so as we all know, work can be a very large source of stress, and there could be something there that triggers you. So you're just going to want to be aware of that, because as the reverse fight fire with fire card implies, you don't want to fight fire with fire in this case. So if someone comes at you and you feel that fire starting to rise in you, you feel that blood boiling, you're just going to want to make sure that you don't have any outbursts, because that could have a negative effect on this journey that you're taking. So if you can control those fiery outbursts, then it's going to have a very positive effect on this journey, and this journey is going to be a very large avenue of growth in your life. So control those outbursts, and you will reap all the benefits of this journey that this journey is going to bring to your life. Now, on this journey, you are also going to have the opportunity to find some love. You'll have several opportunities, in fact, but they are very different. The Lonely King implies that you're going to meet someone who is lonely, and therefore is, I don't want to use the term easy to pair with, but they're going to be very accommodating to you, even if it's not their true personality, because they're lonely and they're really interested in having a relationship at this time. So they're going to be very accommodating and may not show you their full self right away, because they're just going to really want you to be with them. So they're going to bend over backward for you at first, which of course initially is going to feel wonderful, because it's going to feel like you all have so much in common and like you were meant to be. But unfortunately, what will happen is when they start to assert themselves with their true personality, your fiery tendencies are going to show up. They're going to trigger a few of your fiery tendencies with the fiery intervention here. So you're going to have to, if you choose to be with this person, you're going to have to temper those fiery impulses and just be prepared that their personality will change. Now, there's nothing here that says that you won't enjoy their changed personality as well when you find what their real personality is, but you just want to be aware that the person they're presenting to you initially is not who they really are. So you want to avoid any angry outbursts when they show you who they really are, because if you outburst angrily at them when they start to show you who they really are, they're just going to go back into being afraid again, and that's part of the reason why they don't show you who they are to begin with. Being very lonely, they've been hurt in the past, and they are afraid to show who they really are to people up front. So that's why they can seem to do such a 180 after a few months into the relationship. So you're just going to want to be aware of that, and when they start to show you who they really are, you can decide if it's someone that you want to be with. You just want to avoid any fiery outbursts so that you don't hurt them, hurt their already vulnerable selves and scare them back into hiding. So you want to let them come out, and then you can decide if that true person that they are is someone that you really want to be with. Now, the other potential love interest that you're going to run into, as represented by the nurturer card, will be someone a little more nurturing. They might not feel like quite as much of the perfect match that the Lonely King will feel like. Lonely King person, obviously, you're probably not actually going to meet a Lonely King, but the nurturer may not feel quite as much like the perfect match. It's not going to be quite as exciting, and you're not going to feel quite as much like you're one. However, while being less exciting, the nurturer might actually be the better match for you, because this is someone who is going to nurture, as their title would suggest. This is someone who's going to nurture and support you in everything that you do. Of course, every relationship has fights, so don't let that fool you into thinking that you're never going to fight with this person. But, on the whole, this person is going to be very supportive and nurturing, and they could also help you work through even more of those fiery outburst issues that you have. So the nurturer is definitely a very good person to be with. Again, not as exciting as the lonely person will feel, but possibly the better choice in your case. There's going to be less opportunity for you to have fiery outbursts at this person, because they're more mentally advanced in themselves. I don't like to use the word mentally advanced. They're just more relationshiply evolved to have discussions rather than shouting matches. They're probably going to be a calming force on you, and might be a very good person for you to pair with, as demonstrated by the Lotus card, which is a symbol of peace and harmony. So this was pulled with the nurturer. So if you do follow the nurturer, you're going to, again, it won't be as exciting at first, but that doesn't last anyway. So you're going to achieve more of that peace and harmony that you might want in a relationship, whereas the Lonely King person is going to be more exciting at first, but there may be more fiery outbursts in that relationship. So if you happen to meet them both at the same time and you're not sure who to go with, the cards are recommending that the nurturer is probably a better choice for you. And so that is going to be happening in the next several months. It will be happening on your journey. Is your planned travel for work happening in the next several months? It is. Okay. Then yes, this is definitely going to happen on that trip. This is not a metaphorical journey. This will be an actual journey, as well as a metaphorical journey. You're getting 2 journeys for the price of 1 here, so get ready for a few things in your life to change, and get ready to be called to do a little more work on yourself, and a little more work in tempering that fiery nature of yours. But looks like you're going to have a beautiful journey. It's going to be a lot of fun, and of course you have the prospect of new love on this journey. So I wish you luck on your journey, and I hope that you have a great time and that your journey into finding love here is successful. Is there anything else that you're interested in knowing today? No, you think that was some good general guidance? Okay, well, I'm just going to pick up the cards here. Are you interested in setting up another appointment for another reading in the future, perhaps? Or, again, I also do astrology and geomancy and so many different fortune-telling techniques. Are you interested in setting up another fortune-telling appointment? Not at this time? You think you want to wait until after you come back from your journey so you know where to go from there? Okay, yep, that sounds like a very good idea, and I look forward to seeing you then, and hopefully I can give you a little more guidance on where to go from there. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed your reading, and I'll see you again in a few months, okay? Have an excellent journey. Bye.